Imagine being 200 miles from land, trapped on a 150,000-ton floating city. When the sky turns black, the wind howls like a monster, and the waves rise taller than your house. This isn't the plot of a disaster movie. This happens more often than you think. So what really happens when a cruise ship sails straight into a storm? Do they capsize? Do passengers panic? Or do they ride it out like nothing's wrong? Find out on our channel, The Curious Corner. Let's rewind. Modern cruise ships are massive, like floating skyscrapers. They are built to withstand rough weather, up to Category 5 hurricanes. But even then, they can't survive every storm. Therefore, when a storm's coming, captains usually reroute. However, sometimes it's too late. When a cruise ship hits a storm, the ship can tilt hard. Waves slam into the hull. The stabilizers fight to keep it level, but it still feels like a roller coaster. Cabins shake, plates fall, pools overflow, seasickness skyrockets. Elevators shut down. Sometimes, entire decks are closed off for safety, and all outdoor activities are strictly prohibited. Advanced weather tracking helps captains navigate around storms, while the bridge crew monitors wind speed, wave height, and uses real-time satellite data. Captains constantly adjust the ship's speed and heading to reduce the impact of the waves, sometimes choosing to face the storm head-on rather than risk getting hit broadside, which causes the ship to roll more violently. If needed, the captain may slow the ship down significantly to minimize damage and passenger discomfort. Speed becomes less about getting somewhere fast and more about survival. In rough seas, the ship's stabilizers, those large underwater fins, are extended fully. These hydraulic systems counter the rolling motion of the ship by moving opposite to the waves, acting like wings beneath the surface. Meanwhile, below deck, the engineering team is checking the engines, ensuring fuel lines are stable, and monitoring for any signs of power loss. Electrical power is everything. Without it, the ship loses propulsion, stabilizers, navigation, and lighting, just like the Viking Sky incident. Therefore, the engineers play a vital role in the survival. The bridge crew also stays in constant communication with nearby ships and coastal authorities, updating them on their position and conditions. If the storm is part of a developing cyclone or tropical system, the ship's cruise line headquarters on land also provides input, using their meteorological team to guide the safest reroute possible. And yet, despite all the planning, the tech, and the training, passengers still feel the raw power of the ocean.
That's powerful wind.
In one storm near the Bahamas, winds hit over 100 miles per hour. A ship tilted 30 degrees. Furniture flew. People were injured. Panic set in. But here's the twist. The ship didn't sink. It didn't break. In fact, it handled it exactly how it was designed to. Despite their massive size, often over 1,000 feet long and weighing 100,000 plus tons, a cruise ship is shaped to displace a huge amount of water, more than its own weight, thanks to one simple principle of Archimedes called buoyancy. According to it, an object floats when it displaces a volume of water equal to its weight. Cruise ships do exactly that. Their hull is wide and rounded, like a giant bowl, helping them stay balanced and buoyant. They're mostly hollow inside, filled with air, rooms, and open spaces, This keeps their overall density lower than water, which is why they float. While the upper decks look tall and top-heavy, most of the ship's weight, engines, fuel, water, machinery, is concentrated deep in the hull, creating a low center of gravity that keeps the ship from tipping over. While the hulls are reinforced like tanks, designed to survive the worst, even if the hull is ever breached, cruise ships are divided into multiple watertight compartments. This way, even if one floods, the ship can still stay afloat and operational. However, the most important feature during storms are the massive ballast tanks, which can be filled with water to balance the ship when needed, like during strong winds or if cargo passenger weight shifts. The captain can turn the ship into the waves, slow down the engines, and even change altitude using ballast tanks. Think of it like surfing, with 5,000 people on board. Ships have designated safe zones or reinforced compartments, where crew and passengers can be directed during extreme emergencies. They are often the closest to ship's center of gravity, where motion is most stable. Drills are conducted frequently with special coded messages, never alarming words, that inform crew what kind of situation is occurring. For instance, Code Oscar means man overboard, and Bravo means fire, without causing panic among passengers. In extreme weather, when satellite or radio signals get patchy, underwater acoustic communication systems are used. Think sonar-style messaging. They are used to ping nearby vessels using low-frequency sound waves to share locations, wave heights, or distress signals. It's like Morse code beneath the ocean and used as a backup plan. Did you know that only a few ships have ever capsized in storms, and it was mostly due to human error? It's not luck, it's engineering. After the storm, everything changes. Crew members scramble to clean and repair. Passengers either laugh it off or swear to never cruise again. But most of the time, the ship sails on like nothing happened. So the next time you're watching the ocean from a cruise ship and the skies darken, just know that the ship is stronger than it looks and can survive more than you can imagine. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe our channel, The Curious Corner, for more fascinating content.